What is up, guys? Kevin Cage here with another XRP update. You're going to want to watch all of this one, and let's get into it. So, discussing XRP, some recent partnerships and news, some recent interviews. Of course, we'll give some commentary regarding that, and even more importantly, FLR networks going live next month and DOGE. Now, bear with me here. This is potentially going to be a very good thing for all parties involved, all assets integrating with FLR networks. Of course, collateralizing a certain amount of asset, the tokenomics of Spark are very, very strong. And then, to mint XRP into FXRP, you do have to collateralize a certain ratio. All in all, I think this is going to be a great thing. Now, I know Doge is down, 40 cents today, down 10%. Bitcoin's pulling the market back before we get that next leg up, as always. And as they always say, you have to bend your knees before you can jump and get that next leg up. Now, I'm not betting all my money on Doge or assets that are already up, 20x, 50x, 80x in some cases for certain assets. I'm putting my money per the historical data. I'm not looking at the 30-minute or 4-hour. I'm focusing on the macro. And of course, considering other factors of market sentiment, liquidity, partnerships, fundamentals with this historical bull run. So I'm just sitting patient. I know it's no fun getting these pullbacks, even if you did enter assets that are coming down. In some cases, 10%, 20%, 50%. I know it is not fun, but historically, provided you're in a decent asset, it will appreciate in value. So, Doge. Something to consider right here, just looking at the chart, all-time history. Let's actually zoom in. Ideally, I truly do believe that XRP is somewhere in this region and has that next leg up. So let's do 1 year look. Now, many people are considering XRP to be around in this region before we get that next leg up, and that is what my personal belief is. I do believe in this bullish cycle that XRP does surpass all-time high, potentially even $10 plus in this bull cycle alone, if not much higher. So we can see right here, imagine, XRP being in this structure, and I'm just using CoinMarketCap. I'm being lazy. I know I'm typically on TradingView.com. So as we move on, we can see XRP in the same type of structure. I know a variety of analysts tend to agree because we are matching it off the historical data of the previous bullish cycles. So I don't think this is outlandish. Yes, it's no fun to consolidate, but we do have to wait to finally break out of this once and for all. If you find anybody that can time it to the exact hour and day, please let me know. And if you can find a market that only goes straight up, please let me know. So on this website, this is actually the Dogecoin rich list. I know you guys love the XRP rich list, seeing the stats, percentage, where you rank up in terms of overall holdings. Well, this is Doge, and I want you to consider all these Doge holders now and all these crazy TikTok influencers, and now even Elon Musk with his potential future plans for Doge are going to be pointing their fingers at FLR networks and who backed them, who initially funded them, and they started with XRP. Ripple. Can you guys see how all these connections are coming together into something potentially very, very beautiful? And we want people to use FLR because all of us XRP holders are getting our FLR, our Spark tokens airdrop to us. So if you're not excited, I don't know what to tell you. I am measuring my success in a matter of weeks and months. I'm not focusing on these 30-minute charts. For all of us that were here, even in the past couple years in XRP, we are up a very good amount, and it is just getting started. All right. Now, Mark Carney, of course we know him, the former governor of BOE, Bank of England, a paid RippleNet client. We've heard his commentary talking about, what is it, a hegemony, I can never say it, that hegemonic currency, the dominant ruling currency, his thoughts on the dollar. Don't even get me started on a few other connections there. And we know that Bank of England even trialed Interledger Protocol as well for interoperability between banks and payment systems. So, even points out, welcome Elon Musk's decision, kind of crapping on Bitcoin, so to speak. So as with transportation, we need a new payment system that is resilient, high performance, and carbon free. Do you guys see the narrative that is painted time and time again? If you go to Ripple's website, all they do is talk about compliance, SOC 2 certification. They pride themselves in following the law, working with regulators and bankers and central banks, etc. So this is something very important to note. And really quick, I'm not going to bore you with this because I know it's already viral, but if you want to read this, Tesla and Bitcoin essentially suspending their vehicle purchases, saying crypto is a good idea, but the expenditure of energy is just unsustainable. This is something that the XRP Ledger Foundation is well aware of. You guys can see the terawatt hours and compare Bitcoin, Ethereum, a variety of other assets. I'm telling you, the green currencies, and sorry if I don't name yours in this video, but there's a variety of new green currencies, XRP, Hedera Hashgraph, even ADA. I'm assuming VeChain, Energy Web Token is specializing on that, and they partnered with the XRP Ledger Foundation. Algorand, don't even get me started on Algorand. They are all competing with Bitcoin. Bitcoin, yes, the narrative of store value, maybe it keeps going. I wish it well. I have nothing against Bitcoin. but this is not going to be solving the problem as we enter this new age. Okay, now I'm going to show you some very interesting video clips, but first I did want to point out one of my sponsors. This is Unstoppable Domains. Now Brave, of course, Brave browser, many of us use it. They integrate .crypto blockchain domains, expanding access to Web 3.0. So now all users can access 30,000 decentralized websites, hack-proof, completely censorship, and of course they can never be taken down in any way, and 700,000 blockchain domain names. As you can see in the top right, mine is kevincage.crypto. If you guys are curious, all links are in the video description right here, and you can create your own today if you have not yet. Of course, this is just my address right there, and I can send a variety of assets to that address. I should actually create a website for kevincage.crypto, but all in due time. And of course, I can accept a variety of currencies. You can do the same thing. So if I ever do giveaways and you give me your domain, that is absolute brownie points, because I'll probably want to use a blockchain domain to actually prove utility for the system. I know Coinbase and a variety of other exchanges accept it. So once again, links are in the top of the video description for Unstoppable Domains. All right. So they also had this video clip pointing it out. You can follow them on Twitter, and keep in mind, all pinned services, I retweet these from time to time, are here for anybody curious in terms of taxes, other crypto services, exchanges, you name it. Now, here we go. The CEO, Alex Holmes, of the second largest money transfer business in todo el mundo, in all the world. And of course, we've heard his calls, you've heard him have interviews and discussions with Brad Garlinghouse of Ripple, and they're acting like when they winded down their partnership, that was a bad thing. People don't understand what was really happening, and they're not even doing research, they're just watching news. And if you guys did catch the video I did just a few days ago showing previous MoneyGram people, even on LinkedIn, exploring and using the XRP ledger to specifically bring in $2 million per week in revenue. So listen to Alex Holmes' thoughts on this recent announcement shared by Bank XRP. So all credit goes to you, sir. This is the second largest MSB, money service business, MTO, money transfer operator, however you want to cut it, in the world, behind Western Union, who has also actually trialed XRP. Coincidence? All right, so
is this a replacement?
I'll go right back here. Keep in mind, they're kind of talking about the recent partnership with CoinMe as a replacement of the deal you had at Ripple. No, not at all. And this is exactly what he replied.
Gentlemen, Alexander, this isn't your first foray into crypto. Of course, you had a deal with Ripple. Is this a replacement of that? That deal has fallen apart, I guess. Is this a replacement of that deal?
Not really at all. What we were doing with Ripple was very different. And actually, we were looking at Ripple and utilization of their ODL product and RippleNet to think about the actual flow of the funds, right? With what we're doing with Neil and CoinMe, this is much more about moving fiat into the CoinMe wallet, if you will, and then allowing consumers to buy Bitcoin once it's in the CoinMe network. After that, they can obviously trade Bitcoin, do what they want with Bitcoin, and then if they want cash back, they can actually then sell that in the CoinMe network and then pull that out in cash into the MoneyGram network and into your pocket. So from that perspective, it's totally very it's unfortunate what happened with Ripple. It was a great pilot for us and really moved us, I think, progressively forward in blockchain and sort of what was happening in the crypto world. And obviously with the challenges that they're facing today with the SEC and government regulation, which continues to be a big topic in the crypto space, it made it very difficult to continue to operate, particularly in the United States. But we'll see where that goes down the road. And I do think that there is a continued future and an opportunity in blockchain and perhaps in crypto as well, in terms of, ledgers and movements and settlement and flow of funds.
I love how conservative he sounds. And of course, we understand with the SEC allegations, a lot of liquidity providers have turned offline, and XRP's at 20 cents. And yes, it's still offline. Everyday people are having issues buying XRP, and now it's well above $1. Do you see how the game is played? Time and time again. And I assume as XRP pumps, whether it's weeks or months from now, it's going to be relisted on the exchange after the pump. So everyday people can purchase it at an additional premium. That's just how the world plays it. So now, we also have shared by this gentleman, just talking about Neum. This is a RippleNet partner, and now with a global network of over 40 banks and a regulatory portfolio, and I'll read this and I'll show you it, just wanted to point this out. Now, Neum is a well-known RippleNet partner, and we can see Remit, or, I don't even know how to pronounce it. We can see right here, they are expanding their services. So, next-gen financial services platform, Neum, and global invoicing and payments platform, Remits, or Remoots, I'm going to say that, announced a strategic partnership that will allow this Remit to leverage Neum's vast payout network and speedy cross-border collection service. Cross-border is keyword. We're going to be focusing on settlement. And now, something to note, just for some stats, is approximately 20 million freelancers in the EU, making up 8% of the workforce in the entire region, and nearly 60 million freelancers in the US, which makes up about 35% of the workforce. So that's a pretty large customer or market right there. And the partnership with Neum will enable Remit to gain competitive advantage in the booming freelance ecosystem. And of course, you've paid attention, we can see right here, global network of 40 partnering banks, so pretty sizable. Regulatory portfolio that includes with licenses in Singapore, the UK, Japan, all these nations that already have given regulatory clarity for XRP, if you can catch what I'm throwing here, and along with even Malaysia, Australia, Hong Kong, India, Indonesia, Canada, and the US. Now, Malaysia, remember the previous video, earlier this week, we talked about, what was it, Rails Bank, or it was another partner. There was two of them, and one is a direct partner of Ripple for quite some time. And just wanted to show you that expansion into Southeast Asia. That's what we are going to be watching carefully. Next up, this is one of my favorite clips, only 50 seconds. We have our favorite Bitcoin maximalist on the right, Anthony Pompliano, on CNN with our favorite news anchor, Miss Julia Chatterley, who has also interviewed Alex Holmes of MoneyGram, who we just showed, Brad Garlinghouse, and Brad Garlinghouse has had interviews with her, and she's well aware, and she keeps up with this whole cryptocurrency space and payments. She's a very smart lady, and she understands that energy consumption is an issue and regulation is an issue because she doesn't have her head in the ground. She has an open mind. So this is why we love her in the XRP community. Listen to this.
University did a big study and I've read it. I guess some of the criticism that will instantly come is 65%, I believe, around of Bitcoin is mined in China. And whether they're using renewable or not, it's tough to verify. Do you accept that that is a challenge here in terms of verification of the data? But also, even if we're just talking about digital assets in general, there are cleaner energy versions, Ether, for example, XRP.
Even ETH, and if it's not a Bitcoin, he's not about it. Come on, Ethereum is literally Bitcoin 2.0 with smart contracts, and it's already, I mean, essentially outperforming.
Not mined. Is that a fact that we can stick to at this moment?
Yeah, I mean, I think one of the big things here, right, is to remember that money is energy. It's stored energy. And so you need some conversion of energy to have money be valuable.
But you didn't answer my question. There is cleaner digital assets than Bitcoin. We're clear on that. And I think that's important for people to understand whether you love Bitcoin or not. Are you
75% of Bitcoin miners use renewable energy. That's interesting.
Like other digital assets or not? I was looking for.
And I think she handled this well. She's not naming any specific assets, but he's not even answering the damn question. Now, right here, we also have TransferWise. Now, today it is Wise. And remember, what is his name? Ryan Zagone. He's formerly at Ripple. He's over here working. We have this new development of now Google Pay. And I already mentioned this in the last video, but anyone in the US sending money to Google Pay users in India and Singapore. We have news in all directions, guys. I mean, right here we have Israel developing a central bank digital currency. No surprise, we even have that exciting news with PolySign. I'll be covering this in a future video because I want to actually show you some things behind it as well that are actually very, very interesting. Of course, Tim Keeney, responsible for custodying 1/4, 25% of all global institutional assets, formerly retired, or former BNY Mellon vice chairman. And of course, working alongside with David Schwartz and Arthur Brito, the creators of XRP. And of course, there's tons of NDAs. And yet nobody's going to believe in XRP until the price is high. And those that believe in an asset, position themselves in an asset before the big move, are always profitable. And that is not financial advice. But if anyone's done the research, of course, the XRP community has. Now, just a friendly reminder, during these dumps, during these pullbacks, they're never fun. You think it would get easier, and sometimes, you know, we feel like we're numb to it. But at the end of the day, of course, we have high hopes for this asset class, and we are just awaiting this massive pump. And a friendly reminder, I was tweeting this as well, and I hope it resonates with anybody. And essentially, the coulda, woulda, shoulda mindset, oh, I could have done this, or I could have sold the top and bought back lower. That's going to destroy you in the investing game. You're going to be focusing on the past, and you're going to be missing the new opportunities in front of you. What can you do now, today, in this very moment, to set yourself up for future success? If you're dwelling on the past, you may miss the next opportunity that is being presented to you. And guess what? That next opportunity could be 2 times better in the long run. Sometimes things, you know, bad things happen in life, and when you look back a week later, a month later, years down the road, you say, wow, I'm actually happy that that's how things worked out. And that's personally how I feel, guys. Keep in mind the average newcomer in this market. I'm not perfect. I'm not a genius by any means, but I've been highly profitable, just like most people in crypto. Now, the average newcomer in this market, they buy an altcoin, probably at the top because their friend told them to, and it was trending on Twitter or TikTok or whatever these kids are doing nowadays. And then if Bitcoin pulls back like we're witnessing, they have a drawdown of 10, 15%, 50% plus at times, hopefully not 90%. And guess what? If they do not do their fundamental research and understand this market and understand the specific asset, and they're only looking for good news and green candles, they're going to lose sight of the horizon. They're going to lose patience. They're going to sell, potentially even panic sell as it's going down. And then that asset is going to proceed to do a 10x shortly after. An example? Exactly. During the SEC allegations, right when Ripple came on what was it? December 20th, 21st, one of the darkest days of the year. And of course, people that panic sold XRP at 30 cents, 20 cents, 17 cents. And now we're here in just a matter of months. And of course, I believe XRP is going en route to $10. So yet again, it's just an example of holders will win. If the charts are down and you do not like it, step away. But overall, I'm very confident in this ecosystem. And I keep saying this, but literally, XRP was 57 cents on April 1st, just last month. And people are actually freaking out on Twitter about this pullback. I can't comprehend it. Whenever there's dumps, I think the smartest thing to do is avoid crypto Twitter. I only have a Twitter for cryptocurrency research. That is literally it. And I've gotten to meet a great community because of it. So literally, every single asset, well, the majority of assets that I talk about on this channel, I'm calling every single asset that I own, every single asset that I swing trade, because I hold them. They're all assets I'm comfortable holding for the next 2 to 5 years. I buy them. Sometimes they go down. Sometimes they go up. I wait and I sell them at a higher price. Easy. And I know the XRP community is notorious for being made fun of and ridiculed and mocked and laughed at, but the last laugh is all that matters, and the charts do not lie. So I'll catch you in the next video. And as always, the links are in the top of this video description to get your own unstoppable domain. Mine is kevincage.crypto, and I will catch you in the next one.